Earth supports an enormous diversity of living organisms. Some organisms are microscopic and invisible to the naked eye, while others are large, complex, and highly organized. In order to study this biodiversity systematically, scientists develop the concept of biological classification. Biological classification is the scientific grouping of organisms based on similarities and differences. The earliest attempts at classification were made by Aristotle. He grouped plants into herbs, shrubs, and trees, while animals were divided into those possessing red blood and those lacking red blood. Later, Carolus Linnaeus proposed the two-kingdom classification system, where all living organisms were placed into two categories, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. However, this system had limitations. It failed to distinguish between prokaryotic and eukaryotic organisms, unicellular and multicellular forms, and autotrophic and heterotrophic organisms. As scientific understanding improved, Ernst Haeckel proposed a three-kingdom classification by introducing Protista. H. F. Copeland later proposed four kingdoms. Finally, in 1969, R. H. Whittaker proposed the five-kingdom classification system. This system was based on cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, and evolutionary relationships. The five kingdoms are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Kingdom Monera includes all prokaryotic organisms. These organisms are considered the simplest and most primitive living forms because they lack a true nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Bacteria are the sole members of Kingdom Monera. Bacteria are among the most abundant organisms on Earth. They occur almost everywhere, in soil, water, air, deep oceans, hot springs, marshes, snow-covered regions, and even inside living organisms. They show extraordinary metabolic diversity and can survive under extreme environmental conditions. Based on shape, bacteria are classified into four major forms. Spherical bacteria are called cocci. Rod-shaped bacteria are known as bacilli. Comma-shaped bacteria are called vibrio. Spiral-shaped bacteria are called spirilla. The bacterial cell possesses both external and internal structures. External structures include glycocalyx, flagella, pili, and fimbriae. Flagella help in movement. Fimbriae assist in attachment. Pili are involved in conjugation. Internal structures include plasma membrane, cytoplasm, ribosomes, nucleoid, and mesosomes. The bacterial cell wall is generally composed of peptidoglycan. Bacteria can also be classified as gram-positive or gram-negative based on staining characteristics. Bacteria may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. Autotrophic bacteria prepare their own food. They may be photosynthetic or chemosynthetic. Photosynthetic bacteria contain pigments that trap sunlight. Chemosynthetic bacteria obtain energy from oxidation of inorganic compounds such as sulfur, ammonia, nitrates, or iron. Heterotrophic bacteria obtain nutrition from external sources. They may be saprophytic, parasitic, or symbiotic. A special group called archaebacteria survives in extreme environments. Halophiles live in salty habitats. Kermoacidophiles live in acidic hot springs. Methanogens live in marshy areas and in the digestive tract of cattle. Unlike ordinary bacteria, archaebacteria lack peptidoglycan in their cell wall. Eubacteria are called true bacteria. Cyanobacteria belong to this group. These are photosynthetic bacteria commonly known as blue-green algae. They contain chlorophyll and perform photosynthesis. Certain cyanobacteria possess specialized nitrogen-fixing cells called heterocysts. Examples include nostoc and anabina. Bacteria reproduce mainly through binary fission. Mycoplasma are the smallest living cells. They lack a cell wall and can survive without oxygen. Because of their flexible shape, they are often called the jokers of the plant kingdom. Bacteria are economically important. They help in decomposition, nitrogen fixation, curd formation, sewage treatment, and antibiotic production. However, some bacteria cause diseases such as cholera, typhoid, tetanus, tuberculosis, and citrus canker. Kingdom Protista includes unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Unlike Monera, protists possess a well-defined nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Most protists are aquatic and may live in freshwater, marine environments, or moist soil. Protists act as an evolutionary link between plants, animals, and fungi. They show great diversity in nutrition. Some are photosynthetic, some are ingestive, some are parasitic, others are mixotrophic. Protists reproduce both sexually and asexually. The first major group within Protista is chrysophytes. This group includes diatoms and desmids. Diatoms possess silica-rich cell walls. Their cell walls fit together like soap boxes. Large deposits of dead diatoms form diatomaceous earth. This material is used in polishing, filtration, and insulation. The next group is dinoflagellates. These organisms are mostly marine and photosynthetic. They possess two flagella. Some dinoflagellates cause red tides due to rapid population increase. Certain species produce toxins harmful to marine life. Some dinoflagellates also exhibit bioluminescence. Euglenoids are another important group. Euglenoids lack a cell wall and possess a flexible covering called pellicle. They are mixotrophic. In sunlight, they perform photosynthesis. In darkness, they become heterotrophic. Euglena is a common example. Slime molds are saprophytic protists. They feed on decaying organic matter. During favorable conditions, slime molds form a multinucleate structure called plasmodium. During unfavorable conditions, they produce resistant spores. Protozoans are animal-like protists. They are heterotrophic and may live freely or as parasites. Protozoans are classified into 4 categories. Amoeboid protozoans move using pseudopodia. Flagellated protozoans move using flagella. Ciliated protozoans move using cilia. Sporozoans are parasitic organisms. Plasmodium, the malaria parasite, belongs to sporozoans. Kingdom fungi includes eukaryotic heterotrophic organisms. Fungi do not possess chlorophyll and therefore cannot perform photosynthesis. They absorb nutrients from dead organic matter or living hosts. Fungi are commonly found in damp places, moist soil, decaying wood, stale bread, and fruits. The fungal body consists of thread-like structures called hyphae. A network of hyphae forms the mycelium. The fungal cell wall is made of chitin and polysaccharides. Fungi may be saprophytic, parasitic, or symbiotic. Saprophytic fungi feed on dead organic matter. Parasitic fungi derive nutrition from living organisms. Symbiotic fungi live in association with algae or plant roots. Lichens and mycorrhiza are examples. Fungi reproduce through vegetative, asexual, and sexual methods. Vegetative reproduction occurs by fragmentation, budding, or fission. Asexual reproduction occurs through spores, such as conidia, sporangiospores, or zoospores. Sexual reproduction in fungi follows a sequence of events. First is plasmogamy, where cytoplasm from 2 cells fuses. Second is karyogamy, where nuclei fuse. Finally, meiosis produces haploid spores. In many fungi, a dikaryotic stage exists, where two nuclei remain separate within one cell. Fungi are divided into four major classes. Phycomycetes are found in aquatic habitats, moist places, and as plant parasites. Their mycelium is aseptate and co-enocytic. Asexual reproduction occurs through motile zoospores or non-motile aplanospores. Examples include mucor, rhizopus, and albugo. Ascomycetes are known as sac fungi. They may be unicellular like yeast or multicellular. Their mycelium is branched and septate. Asexual reproduction occurs by conidia. Sexual spores called ascospores are produced inside asci. Examples include Aspergillus, Neurospora, Saccharomyces, and Claviceps. Neurospora is used in genetic studies. Morels and truffles are edible members of this group. Basidiomycetes include mushrooms, puffballs, smuts, and rusts. Their mycelium is branched and septate. Asexual spores are generally absent. Sexual spores called basidiospores are produced on basidia. Examples include Agaricus, Puccinia, and Ustilago. Deuteromycetes are called imperfect fungi because only their asexual stage is known. When the sexual stage becomes known, they are shifted to ascomycetes or basidiomycetes. Examples include Alternaria, Trichoderma, and Colletotrichum. Many fungi are economically important. Yeast is used in baking and fermentation. Penicillium produces antibiotics. Some fungi are edible, while others cause plant diseases. Kingdom Plantae includes multicellular eukaryotic organisms containing chlorophyll. Plants possess cellulose cell walls and chloroplasts. Most plants are autotrophic because they prepare food through photosynthesis. Plants show tissue and organ-level organization. They play a major role in maintaining ecological balance by producing oxygen and acting as primary producers. However, not all plants are completely autotrophic. Some plants are insectivorous. Examples include Venus flytrap and bladderwort. These plants trap insects to obtain nitrogen. Some plants are parasitic. Cuscuta is an example of a parasitic plant. Kingdom Plantae includes algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. Plants exhibit alternation of generations. This means two phases alternate during the life cycle. One phase is the haploid gametophyte. The other is the diploid sporophyte. Kingdom Animalia includes multicellular eukaryotic organisms that lack a cell wall. Animals are heterotrophic and depend directly or indirectly on plants for nutrition. Their nutrition is holozoic. This involves ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Animals possess advanced sensory systems and nervous coordination. Most animals are capable of locomotion. Growth follows a definite pattern. Animals store food mainly as glycogen or fat. Reproduction is mainly sexual and involves embryological development. Kingdom Animalia includes a wide variety of organisms ranging from simple sponges to highly developed mammals. Viruses occupy a unique position between living and non-living organisms. They lack cellular organization. Outside a host, viruses behave like non-living particles. Inside a host cell, they reproduce using host machinery. Viruses are obligate intracellular parasites. Each virus consists of genetic material enclosed within a protein coat. The protein coat is called capsid. Capsids are made of smaller units called capsomeres. Viruses contain either DNA or RNA as genetic material, but never both together. Plant viruses generally contain RNA. Animal viruses may contain RNA or DNA. Bacteriophages are viruses that infect bacteria. Viruses cause diseases such as influenza, polio, AIDS, herpes, tobacco mosaic disease, and mumps. Plant viral infections may cause mosaic patterns, leaf curling, yellowing, and stunted growth. Viroids are infectious particles discovered by T.O. Diner in 1971. They consist only of RNA and lack a protein coat. They are smaller than viruses. Potato spindle tuber disease is caused by viroids. Prions are infectious protein particles. They contain no nucleic acid. Prions are highly resistant to heat, ultraviolet radiation, and enzymes. They cause diseases such as mad cow disease and Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Lichens are symbiotic associations between algae and fungi. The algal component, called phycobiont, performs photosynthesis. The fungal component, called mycobiont, provides protection and absorbs water. Lichens are excellent indicators of air pollution because they do not grow in polluted environments. Biological classification helps scientists organize organisms into meaningful groups. Whitaker's five-kingdom classification divides organisms into Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Monera includes prokaryotic organisms. Protista includes unicellular eukaryotes. Fungi are heterotrophic decomposers. Plantae includes autotrophic multicellular organisms. Animalia includes multicellular heterotrophic organisms. Viruses, viroids, prions, and lichens represent unique biological entities. Understanding biological classification helps explain biodiversity, evolution, and relationships among living organisms. This chapter forms the foundation for advanced biological study and taxonomy.